I have returned. Well, actually I never left. I'm very active on Twitter, go check me out there. It's been a year since I uploaded an actual video and a lot has happened. First things first, Nex Underscore is actually getting released early. You guys thought that he was getting released in 2039? That has now been changed to January of 2024. Possibly on parole for good behavior. Well, can't wait for his comeback. Or we could just all go to Texas and beat him up. Nah, that's too much effort, we can wait 2 years. Secondly, I've been busy with IRL stuff recently. The main reason why I haven't gotten certain videos done. But hey, quality over quantity. My last 2 videos are my most popular work yet. So yeah, I'm now known as the guy that makes videos about pedophiles in the YTP community. Thanks, I guess? I have said multiple times in the past that I would upload more than 1 video per year, but this has been going on since 2019. You got the Justin Y video, then the Nex Underscore video, then the Trudermark video, but I am confident to say that you guys are getting multiple videos this year. In fact, I already have a few of them done and ready to be posted. What are you doing back here? Wow, look at this. Wow, this one's over an hour long, by the way. Don't tell anyone.
Get a new computer.
You know, I'm really glad I got this one finished because, yeah, it's really struggling. It can't do shit. Gah! Stay tuned for that. Back to the main video. Now, this will be the last time I talk about these type of people in the community for a while because, frankly, at the rate of people getting exposed these days, I have to make a video on everybody. I'd rather not do that, thank you very much. I was originally planning to post those other videos first, but after getting multiple requests, I thought it'd be a good idea to get this one out of the way. Let's begin. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, Cameron William Cohen, also known as Camhead, was a well-known YTPer who was loved by many. His videos ranged from YTPs of kids' cartoons, movies, multiple tennis rounds and collab entries, which are his most popular work. Actually, that would have to go to a video uploaded to his second channel with over 100,000 subscribers, which is a compilation of clips from the now defunct Fried Chili Cheese Dogs channel with over 40 million views. And the funny thing is that someone re-uploaded this a couple weeks after it was originally uploaded and got 11 million views. And since every 1,000 views is roughly $3, that's a combined $150,000 American, if they were monetized. Random but fun fact. But his subscriber's mostly known for his YTPs and he's gotten some success in the community, from collaborating with Jallerbo on part 4 for famous Binge Binge series, to having his DeviantArt work shown by other YouTubers. In the end, he was a cool guy to talk to, made pretty good content, and had a lot of respect from others, and was also considered the nicest and most positive person in the community. But that all changed within a matter of months. You see, one major thing that Camhead is known for is that he loves dogs. I love cats, we are not the same. Most of the conversations that he would have with his mutuals were about dogs. However, some of them saw this as annoying and rather concerning. In light of recent events, a lot of people should have seen this coming. But who was the first to notice that something was a little bit off about Camhead? Well, we're going back to July 6th of 2019 when a Discord conversation between Ice Cream Jaxie and another user, who will remain anonymous for now, was made. On that day, Jaxie sent this user a video and pointed out that Cam was in it. There's no information about what video she sent him, and it doesn't help that the file started glitching shortly after. The conversation quickly switched to the person telling Jaxie that Cameron was into dogs so much that it has now turned into a fetish, making them uncomfortable. Jaxie didn't really care at the time, so this conversation went nowhere. In the meantime, Camhead was doing his own thing and venturing to other platforms as well, like VRChat. There he is! What's up, Camhead?
I'm doing good. I believe she's punching me.
She's doing Chris Brown style on you. Everything was going good for his career until all of a sudden in early 2021, controversy occurred. Alex Sor, better known as Sor Comedian 2005, was a 15-year-old Romanian kid that was very obsessed with Camhead, to the point where he would be acting as jailbait and tried everything to be Camhead's boyfriend to the point of sexual harassment, even though it was very obvious how old Alex was. This got so annoying to the point where Cam's friends got involved and made multiple attempts to expose Sor's actions, despite him making multiple Discord accounts to try and get contact with Cam. Some of his messages were rather concerning. His mother did get involved and eventually the Romanian police, but to no success. Even to this day, Sor is still trying to get in contact with Cam through his friends, causing more harm to his reputation, or what's left of it.
I want to see how this is funny.
My classmate.
I thought you weren't supposed to be on your phone in class. You're not supposed to be on your phone in class, dickhead. You're not supposed to be on your phone while you're in class. I'm gonna tell your teacher you're on your phone while you're in class.
Best thing to do right now is just to block him, even though he will continue to make more accounts.
Let me just say this right now. You're creeping me out.
I am a monster!
Camhead was very angry at Soar for acting like this and basically told him to go to hell. Meanwhile, Cam's friends supported him along the way. But this isn't where the downfall of his career starts. In December of that year, his VRChat account is mysteriously hacked. The same fate would go to his Discord account as well just 2 months later. It seemed as if he was losing all of his social media, but little did he know that he was about to lose his entire reputation. A user by the name of Ledger H made a tweet stating that 5 years ago, Cam had groomed him and his friends when he was just 13. Cam was 19 at the time. It started off with Ledger discovering his DeviantArt account where he would just mostly post drawings of celebrities and cartoon characters transformed into dogs, and he decided to become his friend. Later on, he would post more dog-related content and even suggest his friends, including Ledger, to draw either themselves or other cartoon characters as dogs. Eventually, he made a Discord server for his friends to get to know him more. However, most of the people in his server were minors and they were completely unaware of his dog fetish, resulting in roleplays with the victims via Discord calls where they would act like dogs, even requesting them to send pictures themselves being in dog positions, just for his pleasure. Many people didn't really see this as grooming, while some caught contact with him immediately. After all, these were just allegations at the time. The next day, Cam issued a statement saying that the dog roleplays he used to do were not sexual. Well, you shouldn't have been doing those roleplays with kids in the first place anyways. And to make matters worse, he decided to backtrack and state that he never had a fetish for dogs and that he simply confused it for having an obsession. It was a fetish, dude. All of your friends that you met in the past 4 years knew it was a fetish. Don't deny it now. It's too late to change up your story now. We have all the evidence we need. Actually, now we have all the evidence we need.
Oof. That was rough. I should be done with this YouTube poop tennis after I'm done making my new dog drawings. Oh yes! Now that's a sexy dog I want to fuck, I mean adopt. Oh no, my precious dog porn. Now how can I shove my dog shit, I mean masterpieces, down everyone's...
Okay, they're dead, alright? We're not gonna be seeing them again.
March 27th, 2022, 2:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The exact moment Camhead's career officially ended. A user by the name of the Tuned Loon tweeted a conversation that he had with Jake II that afternoon. It started off with Tuned Loon telling him that he is also a victim of Camhead's actions. Then Jake followed up with a time he recalled doing the dog roleplays with him through a Discord call, but this time was different. He basically admitted to masturbating during the roleplay and actually came right as Jake started barking. Jake was just shy of 18 years old and Camhead was 23 at the time. And to make matters worse, this happened twice. This also confirms that Cam was still doing these NSFW roleplays with minors in 2021 even after some people were creeped out about it a few years ago. So what was that about the roleplays not being sexual? This conversation was posted to Twitter 5 minutes later and almost immediately everyone switched sides and any remaining respect for Cameron was now non-existent. He later confessed everything to well-known creator Baby Lamb Creations. Shortly after the truth came out, he deleted his YouTube and Twitter account, and all that's left now are his alts. The end of an era. You know, it's kind of funny looking back at all the people that predicted this happening. I found a screenshot from 2020 where Bleach and Retro were making fun of his dog fetish publicly on Twitter. It's kind of surreal that Bleach out of all people saw this coming, but it was all just a coincidence and she denies being involved with what was going on behind the scenes. Hey, remember when I mentioned a Discord conversation that happened between Jaxie and an anonymous user? Well, that user goes by Sora, also known as Mario9007, and on the day Ledger made the allegations public, Sora was interviewed via Discord call to explain what else was going on behind the scenes.
Okay, so apparently one of his friends broke up with him because back in 2019, Camhead was doing like in real life doggy roleplay with minors, and that frankly made me feel very uncomfortable to my stomach. And then he said he truly regretted it. And then he invited me to a DM where everyone's like, he's changed. That was like years ago. And Jake was just saying like he'll still be with Cam no matter what. And I'm just thinking in my head like, I don't know, because I remember how I learned from Animator 320 is that you can't trust someone that is like a general creep and such. But Cam's like one of my biggest friends alongside you, and it's making my head go nuts that I don't know what to do.
I have no words.
I have no words either.
Despite everything that happened in 2017, Ledger H was fully aware what was going on even at the age of 13, and he made a post to alert his mutuals and others that had contact with him at the time. It states, Camhead at the age of 19 had minors draw puppy play fetish art for him when they were between 11 and 17 years of age, myself included. A good amount of these drawings in question involved real children, which includes but is not limited to his victims. Camhead also had two minors aged 11 and 14 take puppy play selfies. The former was posted in a Discord server where there's at least another person who actually gets off to that shit. Camhead has never shown any remorse for his actions and only cared about his reputation, even resorting to antagonizing some of his victims countless times. Basically, exposing Camhead was at least 5 years in the making, and I'd say it was absolutely worth it. A job well done.
So, Camhead got exposed, but that's not the end of the story. Oh no, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Because when YTP Mania found out about it, they had a field day with it. A user named Scout Tackle started the Camhead thread on YTP Mania's introductions category. The thread has since been renamed to Jeremy Come Back, but I think he only changed it to avoid getting banned. If you go onto the thread now, what you see on top is a sentence saying, Jeremy, you caused this to fail. But when the thread was called the Camhead thread, it showed a meme that is now playing on screen. However, another meme that is available on the site to this day was made by Flare294, also known as Infernal Toad on YouTube. On this meme, we can see on top, Camhead inspiring nearly every recent YTPer with overused jokes and unfunny humor be like. With a scene from Minions down below, we then see flashes of the Brain Drain, one of his most popular memes, his friends drawn in his style, picture of the cow from Barnyard covered in blue paint, Woody Woodpecker with his mouth opened, multiple pictures of channels with Camhead in it, along with YouTube videos with Camhead memes in the thumbnail. Another picture made by Flare294, a roast of Camhead's 24th birthday collab, a collab which, by the way, I participated in and which is now sadly lost except for this reaction video. And in the final slide we see a man yelling at him with words gone on the top insulting him. Not a lot of creators seem to get the thread, but those that did claimed that the GIF was too fast or felt guilty about it. Some users started moving away from his style and embracing new styles from long ago, though a few people, including myself, were concerned about this thread and the possibility of starting drama. My reply to the thread was a warning that Camhead had a YTP Mania account, and if he found out about this thread, he would go super berserk. So, judging from the fact he was last seen on the site before the thread was up, I doubt he even had an idea it existed. Or ever did existed, for that matter. While my reply got some replies, most people continued doing what they normally did on a thread. Until Mr. Dogknock, de facto CEO of YTP Mania, closed the thread just 2 days later, and left a reply saying, A, he didn't care what Camhead did, and B, threads of this style are harassment and could let a user being suspended. He also said there was a minuscule chance that the allegations could be false, but that was outdated, right? But anyway, most users who replied on the thread got away scotch-free, though Scout Tackle for starting the thread got a few-day ban. As for Camhead on YTP Mania, his account got banned a day before the thread shut down, so even if he did find out, he couldn't do anything to stop it. And that's the story of YTP Mania's reaction to the Camhead drama. But that was before the major allegation showed up. And by that I mean the allegation that caused him to delete his channel. Now, back to you, our actor, before I run out of space and breath.
You know, it's not that hard to say my username, guys. I mean, come on. Sure, the capitalized E might throw you off, but that's what makes it unique. Whatever. What were we talking about again? Oh yeah, Cumhead. Yep, that's the story of how a creator that was well known and beloved in the community got exposed and had his career ended for being a weirdo. It's almost as if this has happened before multiple times. Oh, this has nothing to do with the video, I just don't like his music. I think the first time I was notified about these allegations, it was from Blaze's post in our server. It was a tweet about him sharing his experiences with Cameron, and believe me, when I saw that it was a twit longer, I immediately knew that it was going to be bad news. He stated that he first met Cam when he was about 13 years of age through one of his YTP collabs, and they eventually became best friends on Discord. Within the first few days of their relationship, Cam made it clear to Blaze that he really loved dogs. Blaze also loved dogs as well, so you would think that since they have something in common, things would sail smoothly from here. Most of their conversations involved dogs, and it eventually got to the point where Cam started his dog roleplays towards him through text, and Blaze was forced to do the roleplays with him. Some of the roleplays were rather questionable.
One of them was a more roleplay oriented, where I was roleplaying as, hear me out on this, PewDiePie in dog form. Yes, dog PewDiePie.
This was only because someone pissed Blaze off by saying PewDiePie was transphobic, and Cam tried to cheer him up by sharing him a picture of PewDiePie in dog form, and then the roleplays happened after that. At one point, he asked him to do a dog voice impression through an audio clip or on Discord call, and that's when he decided to tell him that these roleplays are making him extremely uncomfortable. But he basically didn't care. Also at one point, he asked him to draw his persona in dog form or acting like a dog, but he wasn't a good artist. Cam was aware that he was making people uncomfortable with these roleplays, but he wasn't intending to. And then he followed up with, "At least I'm not sexually attracted to animals." Well, nobody was accusing you of that in the first place. And then he followed up with, "I don't fap." Yeah, we really didn't need to know that information, dude, especially minors. Those texts have since been deleted and they have moved on.
Knowing what he did with the other people that did this, which I'm not going to go into detail. My friend Reactor is going to come out with a video that's going to go much more in depth. I will link it in the description when it comes out. I'm quite glad that I did not send him the video.
Ever since the allegations came out, other people have shared their experiences with him as well. Ice Cream Jaxie met Cam when she was 16 and he was 21. She was also caught doing roleplays with him, but instead of dogs, it was with cats. And when Jaxie started getting into the anime My Hero Academia in 2020, Cam just spammed her with drawings of the characters as dogs. You'd think that he would draw them as cats for once, but no! Well-known YTPer Isaiah Vargas, going by the Steam Lord, said that he first met Cam when he was 16 and he wanted to participate in his Looney Tunes YTP collab. He was very impressed by his editing skills and his work in general. Afterwards, he helped him make edits and clips for his collabs and always provided help for anything for his channel, considering him a good friend. Steamlord was aware about the whole dog fetish thing, but surprisingly he was never groomed nor participated in any roleplays with him. He got off scot-free. Well, almost. But most of their conversations were rather positive. CrashFan03 met Cam when she was 16, and the only time where things seemed a bit off was when he drew her persona, Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot, as a dog for no reason, and was made aware of his dog fetish. Other than that, she was never groomed. UV Rather, also known as UVTunes, met Cam when he was 15, and they frequently did dog roleplays. Pixar Lamp Dude had the same fate. Cam was in his early 20s at the time. Now that we're getting close to the end of the video, I think it would be appropriate for me to share my experience with Camhead. I first talked to him in June of 2018 when I was 15 and he was 20. First impressions, he thought I was a reaction channel. For those that didn't know, I used to do reaction videos on the now defunct Google Plus from 2015 to 2016 when I was still part of the YRC. Only OGs will remember Andrew Sherhart. We didn't talk a lot around this time, but he did inform me that he was into dogs just a few days later. It wasn't until late 2019 when he sent me a drawing of all the characters from the 2002 anime Azumanga Daioh in dog form. I thought this was a great idea for a series as a dog parody. We were going to hire animators for this, but the project was scrapped by November of that year. Safe to say that Azumanga Daioh will never see the light of day. No way we could have done the animating by ourselves, and I'm mad at drawing anyways. We started to text each other more once COVID-19 hit, and, well, I'll just save you guys a lot of time. Most of our conversations were about dogs. There were times where we made our own inside jokes and memes and we talked about white speed drama, but yeah, most of our texts were about dogs. I was never groomed, we never did roleplays, I never sent him pictures of me acting like a dog. Nothing illegal happened between us. So, have any authorities been involved to take Cameron away and make him suffer for his actions? The answer is no. But, in an unexpected twist of events, the victims managed to get in contact with his father.
David. Do you, I was trying to reach your son, Cameron? Yeah? Who's this?
Oh, this is one of his friends. I lost his phone number, and I had your phone number on my contacts. My name's Jake.
He's sitting in the car with me. Why are you trying to reach him?
I just wanted to talk to him for a second.
Regarding?
About something. About an upcoming event.
Wait, he's sitting in the car with me. Who the hell is...
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Cameron?
Yes?
Hey. Do you think you could, call me back a little later? Do you have, like...
No, you're not gonna talk to my son without me being present. So tell me who the fuck you are.
Okay, I'll tell you who I am. My name is Ledger Heisenman. Your son has done some naughty things.
He does make mistakes from time to time, and the best way to handle this is to tell me what the problem is.
Okay, well, it started a couple years ago. Your son, he has this weird thing with dogs. I don't know what it is, but he was asking people around the ages of 14 to 11 to act like dogs for them.
Yeah?
And he would ask for pictures of them and share them around.
I messed up in the head. I need therapy. Okay, this is the first I've heard of it, but I do appreciate your telling me about it. And he's not denying he's done whatever it is you're accusing him of. Is there any way I can talk to you without him here so I can understand exactly what's going on?
Do you have an email?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You can send me whatever it is you're concerned with, and I will get to the bottom of it.
All right.
I will get him help, therapy, whatever it takes, and please accept my apologies.
It's okay.
I try to keep a close rein on his behavior, but as you know, with the internet, I don't have total control over what goes on.
Yeah.
He's a good boy. He gets straight A's and he's in college. Great grades. He's a good kid. But I have to be honest, I don't know exactly 100% of what goes on in his life. And I apologize if it offended anybody or if he's overstepped boundaries of moral behavior, but I will get to the bottom of it.
All right. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you for your concern overall. Regardless of whether you contact me again, I will find out what's going on.
All right.
And put an end to it. And I appreciate your time. Anything you can send me or make me aware of, I would appreciate.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
We'll see what happens to Cam in the future. Thanks for watching.
Good morning. This is Mr. Cowan. I'm reading several posts, I guess from your son, not Ledger. And he's accused my son of being deviant. But after reading these posts, I think you need to contact me. Because if he continues this, I'm coming after him.
违规异常，了解详情请按0，由华语客服为您服务。